The first law of motion, also known as the law of inertia, which is when an object at rest stays at rest and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed.
This scene here represents Newton's first law of motion, because, as you can see here, the car stays still and constant, which means that it is in a state of inertia. It will continue to be constant and in the state of inertia unless an unbalanced force is applied. Now, when an unbalanced force is applied to the vehicle will start to move, which knocks it out of the state of inertia because the vehicle will no longer be constant.
The second law of motion states that the acceleration of an object depends upon two things: the force acting upon the object or the mass of the object. More force will increase the acceleration. Less force will decrease the acceleration. More mass will decrease the acceleration. And less mass will increase the acceleration.
The case shown on this clip represents Newton's second law of motion. This represents the second law of motion because by pressing down the gas pedal, a force is applied to the vehicle, causing the vehicle to accelerate and move.
The third law states that every action receives an equal opposite reaction.
This here represents Newton's third law of motion, which is action and reaction. In the clip shown, the person's body jolts forward as they suddenly press the brakes. This is because it is an equal reaction to an action. The action was abruptly pressing the brakes, and in return, the person's body jolts forward as it reacts to the car suddenly stopping. This scene here shows how balanced and unbalanced force work. When you try to push a car, and it doesn't move, it doesn't budge, then it means that there's a balanced force holding it in place. But when you push a car and it does move, then it means you applied an unbalanced force onto the object. Making a still object move also means that you knocked it out of the state of inertia, because it is no longer constant.